Hi. Happy to see so many people join. This webinar is like complete experiment from us. You know that we are not an AI expert, but we invited an AI expert to this webinar. And for him, it's also an experiment because the audience is truly like you cannot expect how deep people understand AI and how deep you can discuss it. So for all of us, this is an experiment, and we are happy that you joined that event. We will wait for a couple more minutes until everyone join. And so far, I think that we can make a short networking time. I encourage you to share your LinkedIn in the chat, and you can also check it out if chats works. So everyone can connect and make their network wider here in Finland, because when we have new people here in Finland, we do networking. That's how basically things happen in Finland. I will share my LinkedIn as well. So use that time to connect with new people. And we still will have a couple more minutes to wait until everyone join. We have not that many registrations because this webinar being focused for marketing audience or in sales and business development audience, so not for everyone, not for developers. And still happy that we have quite many people who join. And this webinar will be recorded. And after the webinar, our dear guest and speaker, Dima Stepkin, he will decide will we put this recording public or not, because sometimes it might be some sensitive information, some very personal information that we may share on this webinar. For example, you may share, or Dmitry or me. So then we decide not to publish that. That also might happen. So stay on the webinar until the end, because we are not sure if it will be published or not after. Another important thing is that we are really happy when you use reactions. Here are like many of them. Check it out. Because when speaker speak and there's just like only there is no videos on your profiles, and we cannot see your reactions. We cannot see how do you feel about this information. We are really happy when you use these reactions. It's give us an understanding what you feel. Do you agree? Do you disagree? So check it out, how to make these reactions. Yay! Happy that you found it. Thank you so much. And first of all, I would give a short introduction about NerdsBay and about myself. My name is Julia, and I'm a founder of NerdsBay, and really happy to see so many new faces, actually, and some familiar one. Hello, Andrei. Hello, Alan. Who else I might see here? So hello. And I'm a founder of NerdsBay, and a few words about what NerdsBay is. NerdsBay started as a community and as a company in 2019, and we've been always helping companies and people to be hired here in Finland. And from the very, very beginning in 2019, we've been doing this talent matching platform, and then we switched to job fairs event, then we switched for educational project. And since 2023, we understand that the best, when the global layoffs hit, we understand that the best option to help people to stay in Finland, to live here, because of course we do have kids, we do have families here, we have friends here, and not everyone ready to move just because of the work. So we decided to develop this employment of record services, which allow you to stay legally in Finland, to work legally from Finland, be employed in Finland while you are working for the company overseas. If you're interested to know more, we do have a very nice webinar. I will share the link with you now. Very soon, 15th, I think something around 15 of, 15 of May. So we will be happy if you're interested to join them. So that's about me, and I'm really happy to introduce our today guest, Dima Stepkin. He is founder of Karhuno AI, where they talk about how to build simple AI-powered workflows for sales and marketing without expensive tools or technical complexity. So welcome, Dmitry. The stage is yours, and I'm giving you the mic.
Yeah, thank you, Yulia. Hi, everyone. I'm the founder of Karhuno AI, and we work with a lot of quite sophisticated GTM mechanics for ourselves, for our clients. I can see that this field, let's say, it is very, very red in terms of how many tools you can find there. Some of them they're really good, but they're extremely expensive. You can say you can spend, let's say, 1,000 euro per month for a tool like Clay, for example, that is very popular in this field. And that's not enough. So everyone is trying to sell you, their stuff, but in some cases it's just not economically viable for a startup. At the same time, so we will come to that. But anyway, at the same time, I think that more like most of us, you are. Let's say you are the entrepreneurs. You can work for quite small companies, and dealing with a very expensive tools is not the case. And I want to share with you how to be in, let's say, 1% of the most effective GTM leaders or GTM specialists, just for like not for zero budget, but for like tens of euros. This is what I wanted to speak about. But before, as Yulia said, it is some kind of a experiment here, and I would very appreciate if you could give me just a broader perspective who you are. Did you already face some kind of like GTM, go-to-market things? Did you do something? Did you work with some GTM tools? If you do, could you please write some tools that you have experience with? It can be just, I don't know, can be just like a Gmail, but it can be like Apple, or probably you do something with Lucia or whatever. So did you do anything just for understanding? So how deep should I go into details? And so if you know any GTM tool, if you work with something, okay, new to this, not yet, okay. I'm on very deep. Yeah, quite a bureaucrat, quite a, let's see. So yes, Snow.io, yeah, it's definitely about GTM. Cloud code, yeah, it can be. I will share something about Claude. This is one of the GTM tool as well. It's very, very broad, of course, but like GTM applications for Claude is one of the most powerful. Uh, Start to use Claude market research for me, HubSpot and other. Okay, okay. Uh, okay. Uh, so I will share my screen. Expand WordPress. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh, okay. So I would share my own perspective. Why just in 2026, GTM matters more than ever. Just because this is some kind of, let's say, something absolutely new that we never experienced before. So what was before? Even in, let's say, the 2024. Building was hard and selling was relatively easy. But now what's happening with vibe coding? I said I don't know because of this smile. Yes, smile face. Is it regarding on relatively easy? I understand that. Yes, yeah, selling is always hard, but I bet that it was easier before, much easier than now. And now building is much easier and selling hard. Why? Because what we can see on the market, that customer acquisition cost has surged by over 60% in a very short period of time, especially for SaaS. Yeah, by the way, yeah, this is more about SaaS and IT related products. Of course, if you are working in, I don't know, drug discovery, for example, oh no, even in drug discovery, I think that with AI, it is the case. If you are, I don't know, in a construction company, probably this is not the case. But if you are related with we're related with the markets influenced by AI, building there is just nothing. That you understand that you the product that you had to invest, let's say 1 year to build 3 years ago, now it's like 1 week and you have MVP. So that's why it creates a lot of products appearing on the market very fast. But the point is that the GTM channel is not becoming broader. So because the number of people who can buy staying the same. So much more products, much more teams who are willing to sell their stuff with the same channel. At the same time, let's say like half a year ago, Gmail introduced like new AI anti-spam engine that makes even harder to sell through cold email. LinkedIn is LinkedIn is coming up with new restrictions as well. So selling is harder and harder. More and more products on the market, so the pressure is higher and higher. So that's why GTM now for any product is the most important thing. So chief revenue officer now is the most important person in your company, not CTO, but chief revenue officer or chief commercial officer or whatever, who is responsible for revenue generation. This is my personal view. This number is based on Gartner, but all other thoughts are mine. I would say that, yeah, but anyway. Uh, So, and the point is that the biggest efficiency lever in B2B sales. So if you look at your unit economics, if you are in B2B sales, so of course, as you understand, every meeting has a hidden cost. And just yesterday, I was on a workshop, and the guy presented some numbers that around 40% of time of a sales representative is being spent to research. And this is huge because like 40% of your money you just spend for for preparation, for searching, but not for selling. And you cannot spend more on the conversations, on convincing your customer, on like on all your communications. This is quite a constant thing, but the huge zone for raising the effectiveness is always preparation, always automation, always GTM stuff around that. And while with the current situation on the market, when the unit economics going lower and lower and lower, the number one thing that you should do to raise the economics of your company, to raise your margin, is to make the sales more efficient and to make it from 40% to, let's say, 5%. And this is what I'm going to talk about. And if you are the owner of the business, and this is, I think, the first point you want to save money on. And that's why people who are dealing with this kind of stuff, they are the most valuable people on the market as well. This is, of course, I'm biased. Yes, I understand. But anyway, this is my vision. This is something I believe in. How can we do it with help of AI agents? But not buying all the stuff from the market, because of course they want to take all the margin, all the value to their side, but building your specific one. So my thesis is that in B2B sales, so the B2B sales and building AI agent, if you want to be more specific, is the most important skill for any IT company, or even like related to it. So two steps. If we start doing our outbound, the step number one is to start with thermographics, so-called thermographics. This is like very simple simple step how to find companies that fit your ideal customer profile, ICP. This is like quite common acronym on the market. So based on the industry, vertical, company size, and so on and so forth. Here, so I understand that not everyone is in GTM field, while others quite deeply. That's why I would mention some tools that I see is the most, let's say, reliable and the most effective by a dollar you spent on it. Apollo AI, OpenMart for local businesses, for some like grocery shops, for like restaurants and something like this. Apollo AI for more international businesses, IT companies, I know, construction companies, something like quite bigger. It is also Lucia that is quite similar to Apollo IO, but maybe a bit better for European market, maybe no, but anyway, it is quite similar. So the price starts with like I think like around $50 per month, and you can get huge database of like 200 million contacts around the world. many of them with mobile phones. So it's yeah, it is something then where you can start. The second step is signals. This is something relatively, I would say, relatively new. The concept is very, very old, of course, but even now, not so many companies are deep in these signals. This is something that answers the questions why now? Because like even like I would say 3 years ago, it was totally okay to go to Sales Navigator to download the list of all the, I don't know, if you're selling to CTOs of B2B scale-ups, for example, it was totally okay just to download the list of CTOs, to put it in inside the sending platform, like Apollo, for example, but Apollo is not the best sending platform, but maybe like Smart Lead, Instantly, something like this. And you just spray and pray. You just send a lot of emails, like I don't know, like 10,000 emails per month, and you were just playing a big number game. Then someone out of these like 10,000 emails, with some follow-ups, of course. So I believe 100% that you understand from at least from the recipient side how it works, right? And for example, when with let's say 2-3% reply rate, you have like half of these replies positive, you can set up the meeting and try to sell to 30% of these, 50% of these, 2%. So you understand that then the number in the beginning should be very, very high. But it worked for many, many years. And now it works less and less and less because all of this like spam filters. And on top of that, it works very, very bad, depends on the industry. If you are in SaaS industry, you can enjoy only, let's say, 0.5% reply rate, while if you are selling in, let's say, something about like law consultancy, something in hard tech field, yes, you can still experience like more than like 7% reply rate, like 7, even 8. But in some industries, it's just impossible. That's why it is super important to add this signal layer. So why exactly this company? It can be like hiring signal, some kind of expansion signal, market entry signals, just let's say as an example from the practice of our clients. It can be, let's say, very, very unobvious signals. For just as an example, yeah, one of our clients is tracking the cases of death or injuries on the manufacturing plants. And the point is that they are selling the health, like, sorry, I forgot this acronym. So the system that is related to health, to insurance, and so on and so forth on the production side. And there, if the company has an issue with some kind of injury, this is a super good time to write to them, to outreach to them and say, hey guys, I see that you have some kind of issues, and probably we can help you out with that. Or like another company they're doing the consultancy uh, in the vertical transportation. This is about elevators, and they track the signals about new constructions, especially if it is like some kind of high, like skyscrapers or something like this. All these kind of announcements. Of course, for these kind of businesses, they cannot survive without signals at all. But even in any other signals, you always can find some kind of like pre-events that sometimes can show very directly or a bit in indirect way, give you some kind of clue that this is similar to other companies that bought from you, that they did something before. So yeah, uh, and for this kind of data, using AI is just inevitable. Uh, so, quick path to smart leads. I would show you the first AI tool that I know. I understand that everyone is aware about it, but I'm not sure that everyone uses in this exactly in this case. It's called Claude, but also with MCPs. So yeah, MCP. What is MCP? Yeah, MCP is like special tool that allows Claude to act. Because otherwise, what Claude can do for you? Yeah, it can do some research. At the same time, it stays on the surface of the internet. It doesn't do too deep. But to give some kind of tools for Claude, you can use these MCPs connectors. So I will share so how it looks like. I don't know if you're aware. I 100% sure that not everyone knows about this. This is Claude, and this is the paid subscription. You need to have it at least for like 20 euros per month to make it happen. And here you can just put connectors. And here you can see a lot of magic tools. And one of them, for example, this is just a Polar that I mentioned before. It can be your Gmail, it can be your Google Drive. And that means that since you connected, you can use these tools, these external tools, as extension of what can Claude do. Just an example. Uh, um, I can write something like this: like, "Hey Claude, find me all the companies that have raised yesterday, and using Apollo IR, find me emails of all the founders and give me their LinkedIn accounts and give me it as a spreadsheet and put it on my Google Drive." So yeah, and in I don't know, in 10 minutes it will give you, or in 5 minutes it will give you just the list of all this data. What you can add on top of that, just for example, please analyze the company and give me a sales opener. Why at this time exactly this company could like might need exactly my services right now? And it analyzed all the press releases around that. So what happened 1 year before, and it gives you the explicit hypothesis. What can you say? What can you write to like to catch the attention? What kind of sales opener can you use for exactly for them? This is like incredibly powerful tool if you're just starting. So yeah, but That's not everything. So Claude cannot send anything from their side. It can only put in Gmail account as a draft, but it cannot send it for you just because of like some kind of safety reasons. But you can connect, for example, Smart Lead here or instantly. This is the special tools for like mass sending, and you can continue even more. You can give like, please Claude, make all this like research and compose the individual email especially for this company and push it through smart lead to to these people, and it automatically goes to smart lead, and smart lead takes all new emails that it can see, and it just pushes further, and with all the follow-ups or so anything through all this infrastructure, all these like many emails that you might have for mass emailing. So yeah, so this is incredibly simple, and it is incredibly powerful. But let's make it even more stronger. Uh, that is what I already showed to you. Uh, AP5. Uh, so is anybody aware about AP5? What is it? Okay, AP5 is something absolutely must have if you are willing to go into GTM. This is the like absolutely huge platform with so-called actors. This is like special tools that can scrape any data, not any, okay, but a lot of data for you over like on the internet, like 28,000 different actors. If you want to scrape LinkedIn posts, so there are a lot of options how to do it. If you want to scrape Instagram, a lot of options. If you want to scrape Twitter, a lot of options. If you want to scrape Facebook, a lot of options. So this is something in a bit gray area, because of course LinkedIn doesn't let you scrape any data, and if you want to do it, say in your account, you will be banned just in 30 minutes. But all these actors, they can do it for you, and for very reasonable prices. Just as an example, let's say LinkedIn post search scraper. It scrapes, it gives you 1,000 posts just for $2. When it is very important, let's come back to our Claude, and you can see that the same like icon. I have a lot of scrapers, AP5 scrapers connected to my Claude, and when it is important, when I do the research for so I have a lot of ideas like every day, and some of the ideas I tend to check, and for that I send personalized messages. But on top of what I described before, with all this like personalized messages with the company context, I always, not always, but sometimes I add some personal things. How can I do it? I can add like LinkedIn scraper, and I ask that Claude, please scrape 10 recent posts from this person and try to connect my service with uh, some posts of this person and make it, I don't know, to make it just personal, something like this, that hey John, I noticed your post that you made like 5 days ago about this topic, and I really feel you, and I have the same problem, and that's why I decided to build this or that or something like this. And this kind of personalization can happen. Then you connect this like API scrapers. But on top of that, you can have a lot of quite hidden like business data. You can scrape like Google Maps. You can scrape reviews. So a lot of articles on specific resources, a lot of RSS feeds. So all the data is here. It is on API, and it is accessible. It is you can access it for your analysis and embedding in your GTM to make it even more sharp. So this is the second thing that I'd like to, second tool, let's say, that I'd like to share with you. So we discussed Claude, MCPs, some kind of connectors, and API, like one of the best, let's say, one of the like hugest source of any data for your GTM. Here I just put I don't go into this very deep. I just put my favorite scrapers inside like API. So but the next one, the next thing, uh, until now we have like some kind of very powerful tool that we can use like case by case, but how to make it to make it very like continuously and day by day basis. This is something quite new that Claude came up just 1 month ago. It is like Claude routines, and it is not really obvious how to find that. It's you should go to Cloud Code and you can see routines here, and this is some kind of like special operations that you can run automatically every day, every 5 minutes or whatever. Just for example, this is like news about funding. So find all the companies, as I mentioned this example before, give me the context of the founders using MCP, Apple, MCP, API, and put it in my Google spreadsheet. And this is just an example. I do the same, more or less the same, but in other tool. I will talk a bit later. But anyway, you can do it like absolutely automatically every day. And as a GTM leader, you can just open your Google spreadsheet every morning and decide who to call to or who to write to or whatever. Well, so it can be done absolutely automatically. Uh, so this is some kind of sales routine in Claude. Yeah, but I think.
May I ask you a question? There is a question in the chat from Anastasia, and she's asking, is it the same as scheduled task in Cloud Cowork regarding the processes that you've been describing before?
Technically, it's a bit different thing because if you do this Cloud Cowork schedule task, it should be it runs on your computer, and these routines they run on the server. That what does it mean? It means that it can be performed over the night. You don't need to leave it open on your laptop, and it makes your workflow, let's say, more stable and more consistent. So this is a bit, it's slightly different thing. This is a bit different mechanism.
Mhm. Thank you. And guys, you can always ask your questions in the chat, and I will ask them from our speaker if they are relevant to the current slide, or we will leave them to the end of the discussion, and we can talk about them a little bit later.
Yes, this is that I showed actually. How to do it even better? There is so-called Claude skills. If you worked with Claude, you definitely know what is it. This is like something, your personal instructions that you don't want to repeat all the time. This is your like best practices. And it really increases the quality of your work with Claude. How it looks like in my case, just an example, I have the special skill anti-AI writing. So I put all the signs of AI written text and put it in this file, and ask Claude, please don't do like this, like double dash, like the special way of let's say special way of structuring sentences when you can see that it looks like it is AI generated text. Here, for example, I put some skills based on knowledge about launching the startups from 0 to 1, where to find the best practices on these, what to take into account, what not to take into account. For example, I don't want to go into the academic data. I want to I have some kind of reliable sources, because sometimes I ask Claude, hey Claude, I have this problem in my entrepreneurial way. So what do you think should I do? So of course I use Claude. I think as many of us, I use Claude as an advisor, but I want it to be like quite specific. I don't want to get the generic advices. That's why I put it in this skill file. So yeah, this is quite simple, but at the same time, it helps you to increase the level of your work dramatically. So how to create skills? Yeah, you go just to the chat and hey, I want to create skill and blah 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 blah, and it will guide you through this way. So this is the last part about Claude. So MCPs, ask your favorite, connect your favorite tools with this MCP. Yeah, by the way, how to find MCP? Some of them among the standard inside Claude, but some of them you have to find them manually, just Googling. Let's say if you use Smart Lead, you can just Google Smart Lead MCP, and you will find the special link, and you just paste it in the dialog with Claude, and that's awesome. So yeah, sometimes you need to make this extra effort, let's say, to find these MCP links. So we discussed MCPs, we discussed API, we discussed routines to make it like working continuously, and we discussed the skills to accumulate all your knowledge, all your like the tone of your product, something that you don't want to repeat all the time in every session of working with Claude. But the Claude has also some kind of limitations. When it is good feed for Claude, then you have small or medium data volumes. Because if you want to proceed, let's say 100 records, or so several hundred records, sometimes it is an issue for Claude. First of all, it is very expensive. But secondly, sometimes it loses the context, and it stacks and starts from anything from scratch, and you need to press retry. But the credits are burning. So you spend money, but sometimes you can't get any results, and you need to split your work in batches by, let's say, 10, 20, depends on how how large your research is, how deep it is. It is very good for fast experiments. If you need to validate the product, if you need to find the leads to call for today, just like that's 20 leads, it is perfect. But if you need to find, let's say, much more, it's not so good. So for something very quick, it is very good. And it is also very good that the right MCP connectors already exist. They're appearing very fast for many products, but sometimes it is still the issue. And in my practice, I create the special MCP servers if I cannot find them, but sometimes it's quite tricky, technically tricky. So that's why, and it is quite hard to, then you have significant processing volume, repeatable and high volume operations. Also, Claude, it doesn't let you to understand the process. What is, if it is, they say, if you are nerd enough, you want to understand what data did you have in the beginning, what was filtered out, and why, and so on and so forth. So, of course, you cannot understand it with Claude. And also then cost matters. So in this case, you should use NA10. NA10, so is anybody aware of NA10? Oh, okay. So this is just really amazing stuff. Then you need a factory, not a lab. This is the agentic AI process builder that allows you to build just anything with not zero cost, but around that, with your full control under all the processes. So you can connect, first of all, you can connect the whole GTM stack with, you can connect with any tool, just any tool you can imagine. So you can use any triggers. Then, for example, anyone puts a new record in your internal Google Sheet, or if you receive any email, or if you give a special message on Slack, or if you just or on Telegram in the work internal work chat. So it just operates with anything. It can process huge lists with absolutely visible, absolutely clear logic for you, and with 100% data control. Then it is self-hosted. In my case, it is self-hosted, and I pay 0 for this tool, just 0. I pay only €5 per month for my server, where NA10 works. not five, but 10. But and that's all. If you want to run the same based on, let's say, clay, you will spend like, I don't know, 500. How it looks like. Uh, um, so first of all, it already has a huge huge library of templates, like 10,000 templates for any case. For example, you want to create content. Uh, yeah, for example, automated LinkedIn content creation with GPT for scheduled posts. So you scrape some posts, I think like this, analyze it, create a picture, and put the post for that fits. So yeah, as you can see, you can take a lot of ready-made templates and just make it like relevant to your specific business case. I will show you how it works. Just starting from this is something that I built just like 1 hour before our meeting. So what was happening here? This is the process, and you can control it 100%. You call ChatGPT here, OpenAI, and you ask, uh, search for all startup funding news published in the last 7 days, analyze blah, 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 blah. Give me something like this. This is some kind of prompt. I didn't write this prompt. I just explained what I want to get and ask ChatGPT to write this prompt for me. So this is I didn't spend so much time and for building this. After that, I enrich emails with fund email. This is external server like MCP, something like this, for enrichment. And after that, I'm sending the messages like congrats with funding to all the founders. But I do it with delay, not to be too spammy, no, not to be banned. I mean, by spam filters. And after that, I put all my records in the spreadsheet, just not to forget that I already did it. And here's more or less the same that we discussed in Claude. Is it more complicated? Of course, it is much more complicated, but at the same time, it gives you 100% clarity of data. It allows you to work like every 5 minutes if you want, not 5 runs per day as Claude can give you. And it allows you to connect with all the internal systems inside your company. And yeah, and you can have like absolutely 100% flexibility, and you can build like any agent you can think of, any like service you can think of. You can build on the based on workflows like this, or just to give you a bit more feeling. um, what I have also, just yeah, for example, this workflow, yeah, it is quite dirty, but actually this one, it scrapes the comments on Reddit, and if the comments are relevant, it makes the automatic comment with my text. So it works continuously with the subreddits that seems interesting to me, and post different comments to increase like my visibility. Or what I built also, like meeting preparation. Super simple, super simple. Then someone puts the meeting in my calendar. It works. It says what is the domain of the person who set up this meeting, analyze the company details, and gives in my Telegram the short, very short brief that so hey, this meeting, this company, the meeting is going to be at certain date, company name, they're headquartered somewhere. This is a company summary, and this is their recent events, and it helps me to prepare for this meeting. So you can see that yeah, it's just the, super simple to build here. So that's why I would strongly recommend you, if you want to go into like GTM, to start it, to learn more about GTM and N8N as well. This is really professional tool.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, mhm.
Dima, may I ask a question from Raman? He asks, is it possible to connect N8N as an agent instead of ChatGPT you locally installed on the same server LLM?
It's you know, it's locally installed. So I think I did.
You can read the in the chat if you wish to.
Yeah. Let me read in the chat. And it then is an N, it is a GPT locally installed. Uh, sorry, I think I didn't get the idea. So N8N basically, this is not this is not an agent. This is like the tool for making agents. So what, Raman, I don't, if you can.
Yeah, if you can elaborate your question, we will discuss it again.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, I think that's all we have. I would just want to add that I have like very like small N8N workshop in the end of May with one-day workshop, very hands-on, within a very small group. With building your own workflows. So if you want to attend, so just drop me a message. ds@karhuno.com. So we will learn how to build workflows specifically for your case. We just built your case, if it is not like super overcomplicated, but anyone, and so um, uh, you will finish the day with something very applicable to your business. So yeah, I think that's all. Yeah, that's all from my side. Yeah. You can install your server, Llama DeepSeek, for instance. Yeah. You can, you can connect. If you mean that, if it is possible to connect custom LLMs to N8N, yes, the answer is possible.
mhm. Thank you for the answer. Guys, we have still a couple more minutes. If you do have questions, please ask them in the chat. I do see a question from Andrew. What is the difference vcmake.com?
Basically, let's say make.com, probably it's a bit simpler if you are not absolutely not technical and not technical guy. Absolutely, it's a bit simpler. But the huge advantage of N8N is that you can run it locally and self-hosted with just zero price. Because in make.com, you pay for every run So it is not really, let's say, economically viable if you are dealing with large data volumes or with a lot of trigger events. So you will go bankrupt very, very fast. In N10, it will not happen. At the same time, I really like being on the local machine because you also control all your data with all the commercial data, so it is a bit more secure too. And I think that these two factors make or X Integramat. It makes it, let's say, not so widespread solution for GTM applications.
Mhm.
Uh,
Harry asking, do you have any source suggestions that are suitable for app development market research? Thank you.
App development market research, but depending on the, let's say, the the goal of the research. If you like, of course, basically, if you want just to understand the market trends and so on and so forth, of course, like Claude or GPT in deep thinking mode, so they are the best options. So obviously, if you mean that market research in terms of some context and some actionable data, so I would say that unfortunately, I don't like Claude personally because it burns a lot of money and it's not really stable and so on and so forth. But at the same time, unfortunately, ChatGPT doesn't have any connections that I presented to you, so it cannot be you cannot run it for continuous like GTM. You can just get the spreadsheet, and after that you need to like to do something with that. But how? This is not really convenient. That's why in this case, if you want to get something actionable, I would say that Claude with like Opus model, if you want to go very, very deep, is better for this kind of research.
Mhm. Thank you for the answer. And there is some thankful words for you. And Alexander saying that it seems like a good way to work with enterprise companies. And Tatiana asking if we can share the presentation at least. We still have like recording in discussion, but how about presentation? What do you think?
Uh, yeah, I think I didn't say anything. I didn't reveal any secrets. So yeah.
Okay, that's good. And we do have a question from Ivan. You could probably read it by your own, but I will read it out loud in case we do have this recording so everyone can hear it. I got in, she has a lack of electricity, and I will watch the recording later if it will be available. A couple of questions. Instead of ChatGPT, which its usage is blocked here, could the mentioned things be done with Gemini free version with its great that it's blocked? And the second, the workflow shows does not seem to be created with Gemini or ChatGPT, or were they? Yeah, so it was N8N instrument that Dmitry been talking about. And we
So
will send you a presentation, so as we discussed, and maybe a recording as well.
regarding ChatGPT blocked here, I think that as far as I understand, that Ivan is from certain country where ChatGPT is blocked. But as far as I said, okay. So the same with Gemini. So Gemini. The same with Gemini as ChatGPT, that unfortunately for me, Claude is unique in building this like continuous processes. Regarding the using just the model, if we use like in N10, yeah, if you want to use something instead of ChatGPT, yes, we can use Gemini. We can use Llama. We can use anything. Or on top of that, we can use the special tool that's called OpenRouter. And OpenRouter has this is some kind of proxy for all the models in the world. So you can if anything is blocked somewhere, you just go to OpenRouter and you get the access to anything that is blocked. So yes, you can use Gemini. The workflows shown doesn't seem to be created with Gemini or ChatGPT. You mean workflows that I showed in N10? Yes, it is not created there with any LLM. It is created just by hands. You just put it block by block, and yes, you need to understand the logics of like data flow. What is the data? What is how it goes? How it transforms? Yes, you need to understand this. There are some like special also MCP servers that help you to draft the workflow in N8N, but they still work not really, not 100% good. You still need to understand how it works. So unfortunately, absolutely without that, you cannot say, okay, ChatGPT, Gemini, or whatever, build the workflow for me. Unfortunately, it doesn't work so far. That's why we have this kind of workshops. Yeah.
Okay, so seems that we answered all the questions. Guys, thank you so much for being with us for this webinar. Let us know what you think about this new format. I'm very thankful for Dima for his open discussion and like very practical approach showing how things might be done. And thank you for your reactions. I do really also love this webinar and happy that Dmitry joined this. And as far as I see, almost all the people who joined the webinar stayed to the very end. Okay, Vrikson, sorry for using your second name. And he has elaborated on the question regarding Gemini. It is not blocked here, even though it's also located in the US. So I don't understand why ChatGPT doesn't block its usage here. Does blocks its usage here? Okay, I don't know. Can you, Dmitry?
I think I'm not in the USA, and I think I cannot comment some kind of like regional restrictions. So frankly, sorry.
Okay, yeah, sorry. This question might be stay unanswered because we've been talking about it in a little bit different things here. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Dmitry. Hope to see you on our next webinars. And Dmitry, you can also share your link to the event that you will have, this workshop. I think it's very practical. It should be very practical. And guys, join that as well. You are in Venezuela. Okay. So then things might be different there because we are here in Europe. And ChatGPT and Gemini are working normally here. Yeah, OpenRouter.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, now we're done. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.